Hi guys, welcome back to our fourth tutorial on n8n. So in our previous tutorial, we were able to use the Google Sheet as a trigger where we communicate the information from the Google Sheets to the Slack community, right? We happen to learn how to create the Slack API where we use the Slack API to connect as the credentials to our n8n, and from there we were able to send message to the bot created inside the Slack. So today we're going to be making a weather system. What this is going to be doing basically is to check the weather from a weather platform known as Open Weather. So we're going to be using the API from Open Weather to connect to our n8n. For those that didn't join us in the last project, so you can reverse a bit to watch our last video so that you can know how to create the Slack API and connect the Slack successfully. But for today, we're going to be connecting the schedule trigger, also connecting the current weather application system that is going to be using the Open Weather API, and also we're going to be connecting the Slack to read at the same time. Let's dive in properly to begin this workflow. All right. So the first thing is for us to create this workflow. So let's create this workflow. Okay, our canvas is loading up for us right now. So this is our canvas. We are all familiar with the canvas, the hard first step, the save button, and everything from the right hand here where we can, open notes panel, command bar, add sticky note, and also from the down panel here, we have the logs section where we can, minimize and also maximize the logs section to check the output, right? So we're going to be working with a schedule trigger today. Let's find that schedule trigger. Okay, now let's click on it. Okay, so how do we set this? We want to communicate the weather condition, the atmospheric situation to the Slack environment, to the channel we created on Slack. So what do? We leave it as trigger interval to be daily, right? So days between intervals should be 1. So let's make this to be every 6 a.m. in the morning. All right. So this is the parameter for the schedule trigger. So trigger interval is days. Day between triggers is 1. So trigger at hours 6 a.m. Daily. Trigger at minutes every seconds, right? So this is what we're going to be doing right now. Back to canvas. So let's use the zoom to fit. Okay, this is achieved. Then the next thing we're going to be connecting is the open weather, right? Open weather. So we'll click on the notes and type open weather. You can see the open weather map is coming up, right? So their APIs are actually very free to use. So what actions do we want to perform with the open weather? We want to return current weather data, right? So let's click on it. So we also have the credentials for it. I have already connected my credentials to it. So we have operations, current weather, the formats to be metrics, right? So the location, selection should be city name. So we're going to be checking for Lagos, right? We're going to be checking for Lagos. So the language should be English, right? So for the credentials, it's actually an API key that we need to create and connect to this parameter. So let's go back to Canvas. Let's zoom to fit. So on that note, I'll walk us through the Open Weather web interface. Okay, so that we can see how far we can create the API key. So this is the Open Weather web interface. You can see I've already signed up as Alim K. I have my services, my API keys, my payments, my profile. You just need to sign up, and once you sign up and sign in, you can come to my API keys. Okay, it will load up your API keys for you. You can see my key, by default is active. So you can create more keys, and that is how you can, create a key and copy them to your n8n and connect them as credentials to the parameters involved. That is that about the open weather map API key. Nothing difficult, just um, sign up with your informations. Then you can create a new key. Let's do this by creating a new key. n8n weather reports. Let's generate this. So it's loading up right now to create a new key. So you can see we have a new key, n8n weather report. So this key is going to be active in the next 15 to 30 minutes. So if you are creating your key for the first time, you need to be patient to allow it to be active before you use it on n8n. So I don't need this key right now. I'll just need to remove it. I have removed it from the system. App key was deleted successfully. All right. So we're going to be using the Slack also, where we're going to be communicating the weather condition to the Slack environment. So you can see our n8n bot 001, which we created from our last project, the message sent to the channel. So at the end of the day, we expect to receive a message here that's going to be from the weather condition. All right, let's go back to n8n. All right, so let's look at it. For the credentials, you can see I've connected my credentials successfully already. So I have my API key. Okay, I can retry this. So retrying, so connection tested successfully. So I can just go back. We can just go back and back to canvas. All right, let's zoom to fit already. So we need to add an edit panel to it so that we can edit what information is going in to the Slack, right? So let's do this by adding edit. All right, so we can see the modify, add or remove item field, because we have a lot of items coming from the weather situation. So, but we need to filter which we want for our Slack message, right? So let's select this field. Okay, so you can see how it's coming up right now. So we can just change this to, okay, we have manual mapping, we have JSON. So work with manual mapping, right? So we have drag inputs fields here or add. So let's double tap on this. So we have the name, let's leave it as message. All right, so the value is what we're going to determine after we execute the map open weather node, right? So let's execute this execute step. So executing. Wow, so you can see it has executed successfully. So let's maximize this and zoom to fit. All right, so what we need to do right now is to open this edit field, right? So let's open this edit field. We need to create a value in it. So what is the value we want to create? Let's say weather condition, right? Okay, so city, right? Let's create city, right? For a city. Okay, now let's come down to down. Okay, what city are we actually creating a weather condition for? So let's create for okay, we'll be writing a JSON here. So what JSON are we going to be writing here is for us to create okay, let's create name. So let's create the name for the city. So okay, let's change this to let's change it from fixed to expression. Okay, so we have it as expression right now. So let's it's the okay, let's do this by making this come down. All right, so let's city. Okay, now let's put the JSON file. City is what? What's the name of the city? So let's put our curly bracket, and we can also drag and drop. We can drag and drop. Where's the city? Okay, let's drag the name and put it here. Right. So we have the city coming up. So we can press the down key also. So that what next are we trying to check around? Is the let's check the temperature of the city. Temperature. of the city. All right, so checking the temperature of the city right now, we can also do a drag and drop, or we can do a drag and drop, or do let's type this. Okay, all right, let's type one more, then bring the JSON file to read. Okay, now let's check where our temperature is here. Our temperature is under mean and under temp, right? So let's bring this. No, let's bring this. All right, under mean, right? So we have mean. All right, after having mean, what next do we need to have? We have these coming up. All right, we have this coming up. Then we have our temp, right? Temp up here. All right, so we need to remove one of these brackets, or probably two of these brackets. Yeah, so we have it coming. Okay, we have it coming. So we can also come down again to check see condition, which is a cloud condition. The cloud condition. So checking the cloud condition right now, you see how we're writing the JSON and how beautiful it is to work with n8n, right? So the cloud condition, we can just look down here. Where do we see the cloud condition? Okay, it's under here. Okay, what we need to do right now is to we can just drag this. All right, by dragging this, we can drag this also, the description, to match up with it. All right, oh, to match. Okay, after dragging this, we can come in to also, open up this and put the description to read. Okay, let's delete one of these. All right, so we have the description to read as well. So we're going to be sending this result: weather condition, city, Lagos, temperature, 26.35. All right, so what we need to do next right now is to execute this workflow. Let's execute and see. All right, we have an output by the right hand. You can see the output by the right hand. So let's go back to canvas now. Going back to canvas now, we can zoom to fit. All right, and add the next node. What the next node is, our communication channel, which is a Slack. All right, let's do this by clicking on the Slack. All right, what action do we want this Slack to perform for us? We want this Slack to send a message, right? Send a message. Where is send a message? Still finding send a message. All right, so let's send. Okay, send a message. We have sent a message coming. So remember, in our last project, we create the Slack API. So where we've connected already to the n8n already. So you can see connection tested successfully. So if you don't know how to connect this API key for Slack, so watch our previous video and you get to catch up with us on that. So what we need to do right now is to send a message from channel, right? From channel. So let's search if we're going to send a channel here. No channel coming up. So remember what we did in our last video is to select channel from list and change it to name, right? All right. So our channel name right now is all right tech right trainer, right? So we can verify this by going to our Slack and look into the channel. So we have all tech trainer. So that is what I just use in the n8n right now. So let's go back. Okay, let's go back to the workflow to send a message. So what message are we sending right now? We can just do a drag and drop, copy and drop the message, right? So the message is here, right? So what do we need to do right now is to execute this workflow. Let's execute and see what is happening. Voila, so we have the output by the right hand. So let's go back to canvas and see everything. Okay, let's zoom to fit as normal so we can see how the workflow has executed successfully. So let's open our Slack and check if we have. Okay, look at the Slack right now. We have weather conditions, city, temperature, all coming from the n8n. So let's go back right now. All coming from the n8n. Let's go back right now to see the log section. So looking at the log section right now, our schedule trigger is there, the very first one. So we have the timestamp, readable date, readable time, days of week, year, month, days of month, and so on. So we have the open weather map also as well, where we have the input, timestamp, all coming from the trigger is what we have right now as input. So let's look at the output section. Let's drag this a bit and look at the output section. So we have the output section to be the weather situation that has been sent to the Slack community, right? So we have it all perfect. So the field is here also, where we sent out this weather condition as from Lagos, temperature, cloud conditions, scattered cloud, right? So let's see the send message, the Slack. This is how to follow up on every nodes that we've connected together to see if they're actually working fine and properly. So you can see we have successfully built our fourth project on n8n, and this is how we go by naming it. Let's name it weather 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 what let's say weather reminder, right? Something of this nature can go weather reminder, right? Or weather updates. Okay, weather updates will go perfect. Weather updates, so we can save this workflow, and we can also make it active by making it active means that this workflow is going to run every 6 a.m. and communicate whatever is happening in Lagos as weather condition is concerned to the Slack community. All right, so this is that about the workflow. So congratulations to us for being able to make it to the fourth project. So this is how we're going to create our fifth project also. So you should not forget to like our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to also share our videos. So thank you very much for staying in touch. We hope to see you in our next video. Thank you.